In the world of dancehall, where talent alone isn't always enough to survive, there exists a figure who carved his name into the very fabric of Jamaican music through sheer willpower, raw authenticity, and a voice that resonates with both pain and triumph. His name? David Constantine Brooks. But the world knows him better as Mavado, the Gully God, the man from the heart of cassava peace, who transformed personal struggles into anthems of hope, defiance, and street philosophy. Mavado's journey is one of resilience, musical genius, and controversy. And if you think you know the whole story, think again. Because behind every hit song, every lyrical clash, and every headline-grabbing moment lies a deeper tale of survival, loyalty, and an unrelenting pursuit of greatness. Born on November 30th, 1980, in the tough neighborhood of Cassava Peace, Kingston, Jamaica, David Brooks' early life was anything but easy. His community was plagued by poverty, crime, and limited opportunities. But like so many dancehall greats before him, Mavado found solace and purpose in music. His grandmother recognized his passion and often encouraged him, while he spent hours listening to Bounty Killer, the very artist who would later change his life. Mavado's deep, haunting voice wasn't just a gift, it was a weapon. He began recording at a young age, but it wasn't until he caught the attention of Bounty Killer that doors began to open. Killer saw potential in this youth from the Gully, taking him under his wing and introducing him to the world of professional recording. That mentorship would prove critical, shaping Mavado's career and sparking a loyalty that, despite ups and downs, would last for decades. Mavado's breakout came in 2004 with the release of Real McKoy, but it was the 2005 hit Weh Dem that made everyone sit up and take notice. The track was raw, gritty, and deeply reflective of the street realities Mavado knew all too well. His unique blend of melody and hardcore lyrics stood out in a genre often dominated by fast-talking DJs. Then came Dying and Dreaming, tracks that cemented Mavado as more than just another dancehall artist. These songs weren't just bangers for the clubs, they were emotional outcries, narrating the struggles of inner-city youth who dreamed of a better life, but were shackled by circumstance. His debut album, Gangsta for Life, The Symphony of David Brooks, 2007, became a defining moment. Songs like Last Night and Don't Worry became anthems not just in Jamaica, but across the Caribbean diaspora. Mavado's music offered both comfort and defiance, a message to the ghetto youth that no matter how dark the night, there's always a chance to dream. No story of Mavado is complete without addressing one of the most famous and infamous chapters in dancehall history, the Gully versus Gaza feud. At the heart of it were Mavado, Gully, and Vybz Kartel, Gaza. What started as a musical rivalry quickly escalated into a full-blown cultural divide, with fans aligning themselves to either side. The lyrical clashes were intense. Mavado's Demapre, Weh Dem, New Bleach Wid Cream, and Pondi Gully Side became rallying cries for his supporters. Meanwhile, Kartel fired back with his own brand of sharp, controversial lyrics. The feud spilled beyond music into real-world tensions, with violence sometimes erupting between fans. But what many forget is that beneath the surface, both Mavado and Kartel understood the power of their rivalry. It kept dancehall on the global map, generated endless media coverage, and pushed both artists to create some of their best work. In 2009, thanks to government intervention and the voice of reason from industry veterans, the two eventually called a truce on stage at a peace concert, a moment many hoped would mark a new era in dancehall unity. While the Gully vs. Gaza clash consumed local headlines, Mavado's star was rising internationally. His distinct sound caught the attention of global artists. He collaborated with the likes of DJ Khaled, Drake, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Akon. His voice graced tracks like Give It All to Me with Nicki Minaj and Survivor with Akon, songs that introduced him to audiences far beyond Jamaica. In 2011, Mavado signed with DJ Khaled's We the Best music group, further solidifying his position as a crossover artist capable of blending hardcore dancehall with mainstream hip-hop and R&B. His feature on I'm On One remix and his solo efforts like Delilah showcased his versatility. But through all his success abroad, Mavado never abandoned his roots. He continued to release songs that spoke directly to the struggles of ghetto youth. So Special, Caribbean Girls, Settle Down, and Progress all reflected his commitment to his community and culture. Mavado's life hasn't been without turmoil. His name has often surfaced in connection with incidents involving violence, although he has denied involvement in criminal activity. In 2011, he faced assault charges following an altercation at a nightclub. Later, his visa to the United States was revoked temporarily, though it was eventually reinstated. More painful, however, was the tragedy involving his son. In 2018, his teenage son, Dante Brooks, was charged with murder and later sentenced to life imprisonment. The case was highly publicized and dealt a devastating blow to Mavado's personal life. Through social media and music, he expressed his anguish and faith, urging fans to pray for his family. Despite these hardships, Mavado has consistently emphasized that he seeks to be a positive force, using his experiences as lessons for others. His music often reflects this duality: the hardness of a man shaped by the streets and the vulnerability of a father, friend, and human being trying to rise above the chaos. Today, Mavado stands as one of the most influential dancehall artists of his generation. His contributions helped usher in a new era where dancehall fused seamlessly with global sounds, making it accessible to audiences who might never have ventured into the genre. His melodies, often tinged with sadness and hope, continue to resonate with listeners facing struggles of their own. Beyond the music, Mavado's story is a reminder of what it means to fight for your place in the world. From the narrow lanes of cassava peace to the biggest stages internationally, he built a career on authenticity. He didn't try to fit into molds. He was the mold, inspiring a generation of artists who came after him. And perhaps that's what makes Mavado so unforgettable. He represents the gully side not just as a place, but as a state of mind: resilience, survival, and the unbreakable will to dream beyond your circumstances. What's next for the Gully God? If history tells us anything, it's that Mavado will continue to evolve. Rumors of new albums, more collaborations, and tours abound. In a time where dancehall faces challenges of commercialization and identity, Mavado remains one of the few artists who can bridge the gap between the streets and the charts. Whatever the future holds, one thing is certain: Mavado's voice, that haunting, powerful voice, will continue to echo through dancehall's corridors, reminding us all that no matter how deep the gully, there's always a way to rise. Mavado's journey is far from over. His life is a complex tapestry of triumphs and trials, melodies and mayhem. But through it all, he stands as a symbol of what it means to come from nothing and give the world something unforgettable. So the next time you hear that unmistakable voice float over a rhyme, remember, you're not just hearing a song, you're hearing the spirit of cassava peace. You're hearing the Gully God himself, a man who turned struggle into symphony and pain into power.